Hi everyone. My name is Kieran Hughes, and this is my proposal for the Siena College Nature Trail. So why does Siena need a nature trail? I think a nature trail will give Siena students and faculty a great place to relax and really connect with nature. It would allow students to view campus in a different way if they were to practice different types of methods like meditation, or just simply relaxing and like watching the world and seeing what happens. And there's a lot of positive benefits associated with this exposure to nature. As humans, we're born biophiliacs, and which means we're inherently drawn to nature, and that's genuinely why it feels good to be outside on a nice day, just because it's human nature. We were born that way. So my nature trail would start at Sarah Manor at the northern part of campus, and it would go down in between Cushing Village at the townhouses. Um, then it would wrap around, and our second stop would be Thompson Trail, and then we would go around past Roger Bacon and the library into the academic quad and the Ring of Honor, and then we would go down past some of the dorm buildings um, and the Mac, and we would go down to the Grotto here as for the fourth stop, and then the last stop would be down in the southeast corner of campus by the soccer fields, with all the wooded area that surrounds that. So stop one, which would be Sarah Manor. It's located at the northernmost part of Siena, and it's very isolated from other parts of campus. The backyard of Sarah Manor includes a large cobblestone patio, a large lawn area, which overlooks parts of Loudonville and the Hudson Valley, and it also has a garden in the backyard. The patio is a pretty great spot for students to do homework, enjoy a meal, or simply just watch nature, enjoy fresh air. The patio, there's a broad view of the Hudson Valley, so it can be a great place for someone to just simply relax and watch nature. The second stop, that would be the Thompson Trail. It's a connection between Snyder Hall and the main part of campus. It's mainly surrounded by high grass and wetlands. While walking the trail, one might forget that they are on a college campus. It's more reminiscent to being in the middle of the woods, as you can see in the photo down here. Just lots of trees and wooded area, and you can't really see the building in the backgrounds when you're in the center of it. Lots of wildlife inhabit the surrounding area. It makes it a great spot to do bird watching or watch other parts of nature. Lots of other animals do live there. Most students who live in Snyder Hall make a daily walk to this class. It's a great, nice way for people to relax and relieve stress before arriving to class, or if they have an exam or something like that. It's just a great way for them to de-stress. My third stop would be the Ring of Honor and the Quad. It's located in the center of campus. It's filled with trees and it's surrounded by a lot of green area and almost all of Siena's academic buildings. Lots of green area for the students to gather. Are in the quad. People can do various activities such as spike ball, cornhole, or other lawn games. Siena also does the orientation carnival where they have inflatables and other lawn games. It's where new students can meet, gather while their saints kind of take them through the ropes of entering college. That's where also they do a lot of team building games and stuff like that. It gives students a nice area and a nice introduction to campus and one of the more nicer parts of campus. Um, the the quad also contains Stanish Library. The main level of it has a full wall and window, which basically overlooks the baseball field and the MAC area. It gives students a great area to enjoy a view of nature while studying and also reading, or just simply to what like bask in the view. The fourth stop is the Grotto, as you can see up here, made completely of cobblestone, surrounded by flower beds and green areas. It's one of the more beautiful places at Siena College. While at this stop, students can really connect with their faith by praying and lighting a candle at the altar viewed here. One does not need to be religious to enjoy the grotto. It's a great spot to meditate, do homework, or simply bask in the sun. Friars also have lots of ceremonies here, like the blessing of the athletes, where they basically wish them an injury-free season and hope all the athletes stay safe. And it's just a really nice area for them to gather and practice this kind of faithful activity. But going back to not being religious, to enjoy the grotto, one can meditate, which is as simple as closing one eyes, and then when you open them, pretending if you were seeing the world for the very first time. It can help one notice the small, beautiful details in nature, like fluttering of birds or rippling of trees. It's a really nice mindfulness activity. So the final stop would be the soccer fields. Um, it's located in the southeast corner of campus, and it's surrounded by lots of trees and wooded area. Soccer fields are a great opportunity, a great place for someone to practice shirin-yoku, or otherwise known as forest bathing. In the healing power of nature, many positive benefits are associated with forest bathing, such as lowering one blood pressure and reducing the symptoms of ADHD. Most importantly, though, it reduces depression and anxiety, which is a very prevalent issue for a lot of college kids. The presence of this stop and the nature trail overall would help the mindfulness, depression, and anxiety levels of these students. People who forest bathe are less likely to ruminate. It's basically the hallmark between depression and anxiety. And they also experience a lower activity in the area of brain linked to depression. Um, that can be seen as very positive, and this is compared to people who live in like urban areas and wouldn't necessarily be able to forest bathe. So their levels of anxiety and depression might necessarily be higher because they're unable to experience nature in the way that you would be able to on this type of nature trail. These are my works cited. Thank you, everyone. That's my presentation.